How's it going, everyone? It's Milwaukee coming back at you once again, and today we're going to be discussing Batman House of Hush by Paul Dini with art by Dustin Nguyen. Let's get into it. Thomas Elliot, all this time, has been captured by Dick Grayson's network as he's surgically altered his face to appear as Bruce Wayne, and the network, they've been using him as a sort of like a Bruce Wayne puppet to make public appearances to keep up the fact that Bruce Wayne is not dead; he's actually still alive, right? And Thomas Elliot, he wants out as Bruce Wayne. He's done with this. He has dreams of killing his captors, and he's just waiting for an opportunity. But while masquerading as Bruce Wayne, he decides to make the network's life a little bit difficult for them. He goes to Arkham Asylum, and he starts suggesting parole for a whole bunch of criminals, some of whom actually make parole and get put back out on the streets of Gotham, which makes Dick Grayson not happy because he has to go out there and fight them and capture them again, assuming, of course, they go back to their life of crime. But anyway, here in this particular issue, Thomas Elliot as Bruce Wayne is arguing the case for a villain named Jane Doe, who's a villain who could skin herself and take on somebody else's skin, that she should get parole. But of course, here she is denied, and that pisses her off. So she stages a breakout from Arkham Asylum. The next issue, we see the return of Bruce Wayne. He's back and he's reuniting with Catwoman, and they have a nice little time together there. And Thomas Elliot, who's being transported from like a police gala by Alfred in a car. They get into a car accident, which allows Thomas Elliot to escape, and he goes on to recruit some new villains so he could take on, Dick Grayson and the network. In the next issue here, we get, Bruce Wayne. He's back in Gotham, and he's taking on a new villain known as the Bedbug, who is controlling people via bedbugs that he unleashed all over Gotham City. And so Bruce Wayne takes him on, but Bedbug ultimately flees Gotham, says he'll be back later, but who knows, because the New 52 is right around the corner, and I don't know if he shows up. So Thomas Elliot, with all his new recruits, they decide they're going to break into Wayne Enterprises because Thomas Elliot still looks like Bruce Wayne. Even though the real Bruce Wayne is back, he wants to go back into Wayne Enterprises to cause some more mayhem. So he goes and he kidnaps a Wayne Enterprise employee that he happened to know of as his time as Bruce Wayne. And they go to Wayne Enterprises, but it turns out that this Wayne Enterprises employee is actually the escaped Jane Doe from earlier on, who has the ability, like I said, to skin her own skin off and wear the skin of others. And this is where Thomas Elliot messes up. Hush, not realizing that this Wayne Enterprises employee was actually Jane Doe, he lets his guard down, and Jane Doe gets the better of him, and she skins him because she wants to adopt the Bruce Wayne identity. And thus, Batman defeats her, and he sends Thomas Elliot to Arkham Asylum, which Thomas Elliot now refers to as the House of Hush. There's the title of your story, right? As far as likes and dislikes about this story goes, I really enjoyed Paul Dini's work, from Batman the Animated Series, his run here on Detective Comics and Streets of Gotham. Pretty good stuff, high caliber Batman tales. I would recommend him to someone who is just getting into Batman because he just has a way with the character that just feels right. Sometimes the creator gets on the book and Batman feels a little bit off. You're like, oh, I don't know about this. But Paul Dini, he's just a natural fit. I'd love to see him back on the book. I think this is his last story that he wrote, though. And that's a shame. Dustin's art is very moody, very, I don't know, necessarily noir, but there are some panels that look great, some panels that look a little bit off, but you gotta take it all as it comes. It's not bad, it's not distracting, and like I said, this is like the third or fourth volume I've read where he's drawn it, so you get used to it after a while. You start to see things, in his world, through his eyes, and it just works. It may not be my favorite, but for the finale here of Paul Dini's Hush trilogy, I thought this volume was the weakest. It started off with like what, Heart of Hush, then Hush Money, then here House of Hush. Uh, Thomas Elliot getting skinned alive by Jane Doe. I didn't see it coming. Didn't That doesn't mean I liked it, right? It was just like you got this villain here who's been built up, built up, built up, and I covered all the Hush stories with the exception of one, Hush 2 or Hush Returns, whatever it was called. There were some discrepancies of whether or not it was in continuity or not. Apparently, it was really bad, so I never read it. But I guess parts of it are in continuity because Hush talks about his torture at the hands of the Joker. So I guess it was canon after all. But who cares, right? I really felt like this finale was weak. You know, Bruce Wayne coming back out of nowhere. It was kind of a cool moment because he comes in and saves Catwoman, and she starts talking to him like he's the Dick Grayson Batman, but he's like, "No, Selina, it's me. I'm back." And so that was a fun little moment there, and seeing them reuniting because at this time Batman and Catwoman, they have this on again, off again type of relationship that started way back, and the Hush, right, by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. So to see that carrying on through here, and Bruce is back, it's a nice moment, but doesn't make the book, right? Bedbug, I guess it's an interesting setup for a villain, but like I said, I don't know if he ever comes back. Bruce beats him pretty easily, and he just runs away. Uh, Not a lot of excitement there. Hush going to Arkham Asylum, like whatever. Like I said, New 52 is right around the corner. I don't know if Hush shows up again in New 52 because I've not read New 52. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next with the character, if anything, at this point. I just was hoping for like a more explosive battle between Hush and Bruce Wayne here for the big finale. You just don't get it. Yeah, so overall, I'd say Batman, House of Hush, 3 out of 5. It's not the worst story I've ever read. It's not the best. As a finale for the whole story arc, I felt like it was weak. Uh, I don't know where it goes from here, if it goes anywhere. Like I said, 2 out of 5. Until next time, I'll see you there.